A powerful dive cuts through the air, locking onto the target in an instant. Every movement of the eagle is a precise calculation. The moment the prey falls into its sight, all escape routes disappear completely. When another hunter appears, order collapses into an intense confrontation of skill and dominance. And in this sky, the one at the top does not need to display power. Mere presence is enough. In the natural world, the encounter between eagles and snakes symbolizes precision confronting venom. Eagles that hunt snakes, especially the brown snake eagle, possess specialized biological adaptations that allow effective control over this type of prey. In every hunt, the eagle focuses on the opponent's head region. With gripping force from its talons reaching around 400 psi, it secures the head or the area just behind it, neutralizing the snake's ability to strike or deliver venom within moments. Along coastal regions and island environments where sea snakes are found, the white-bellied sea eagle is even known to target the banded sea snake, a species with extremely potent venom. Despite mastery of the ocean, sea snakes must surface to breathe. That brief and vulnerable moment determines the outcome. The eagle seizes the opportunity, takes control of the space, and concludes the encounter according to the uncompromising laws of nature. Into an ally. Eagles, especially the bald eagle, are often called masters of the sky for their highly refined fish hunting skills. For this predator, fish make up nearly 70% of the diet, turning open water into a familiar part of its territory. The hunt begins from a staggering height, where exceptional eyesight allows even the slightest movement beneath the surface to be detected from hundreds of feet away. Once the target is located, the eagle pulls in its wings and drops into a precise dive. Just above the water, the talons extend forward to secure the fish, while the rough, textured pads on the feet help prevent slipping. After gaining control of the catch, the eagle immediately regains altitude, leaving the water safely behind. Combination of vision, speed, and muscular strength turns each fishing hunt into a display of calculated precision, where control of the sky also means command over the world below. Eagles are a group of apex birds of prey, With more than 60 species widely distributed across North America, Eurasia, and Africa. An adult individual weighs about 15 pounds and has evolved to operate with high efficiency in the air. Exceptional eyesight allows them to detect prey from very long distances. The core strength of an eagle lies in its ability to control space, turning the sky into a survival advantage. Within ecosystems, they serve as population regulators, removing weaker or poorly adapted individuals, thereby contributing to the maintenance of natural balance. Amid the Rocky Mountains, where thin air and harsh terrain prevail, only well-adapted species are able to survive. Mountain goats, with a low center of gravity and specially cushioned hooves, turn sheer cliffs into safe refuges, avoiding most ground-based predators. But at those heights, the most dangerous threat comes from the sky, the golden eagle. The hunter approaches in silence, its wingspan stretching nearly 7 feet, adjusting each beat as it glides close to the rock face without contact. When a young goat weighing around 10 pounds strays from its mother's protection, the eagle quickly sets its attack path. Pulling in its wings, it dives like a living arrow. The young goat is lifted from the cliff and carried away through open air. Although direct encounters with adult goats are rare, some highly experienced eagles are willing to attempt riskier strategies. Rather than lifting a heavier opponent, they apply constant pressure and control positioning. A single misstep is enough for gravity to finish the outcome. In this unforgiving terrain, the eagle does not rely on absolute strength. It relies on turning the mountain itself into an ally. In tropical rainforests and open woodlands of Africa and South America, monkeys are considered masters of three-dimensional space. With a lightweight body of about 25 pounds, long limbs, and a balancing tail, they move smoothly through the upper canopy, where the ground seems far behind. Among the treetops, monkeys hold a clear advantage: wide visibility, multiple escape routes, and a sense of security within the dense network of branches and leaves. But the forest canopy is not beyond the reach of the sky. From above, an eagle observes in a completely different way, with vision 4 to 5 times sharper than that of humans, sharp enough to detect even the slightest unusual movement within thick foliage. A single individual distracted by feeding and lowering its guard creates an immediate opening. The eagle descends, draws in its wings, and navigates through gaps in the canopy, delivering a precisely timed strike that ends the hunt in an instant. The peak of this strategy belongs to the harpy eagle, the powerful phantom of the deep forest. With legs as thick as a human wrist and talons reaching up to 5 inches long, it is among the strongest birds of prey on Earth, capable of lifting animals such as sloths or monkeys weighing up to 25 pounds and carrying them back to the nest to feed its young. A varied diet turns eagles into silent order regulators of the sky. Beyond hunting ground animals, they also exert clear pressure on many other bird species. When targeting groups of bee-eaters within their own habitat, eagles rarely rush an attack. Instead, they appear suddenly from a strategic altitude, instantly throwing the small formation into disarray. In that brief moment of confusion, a single precisely timed move is enough to separate one individual from the flock in midair. Against larger targets, such as solitary geese weighing around 10 to 12 pounds, eagles rely on their signature diving strike. The approach typically aims at a wing or the neck area, where disrupting balance is enough to shift control of the air entirely. In open space, the one that controls altitude always holds the advantage. More dramatically, even smaller birds of prey, such as hawks, vultures, or owls, may sometimes become opponents. Despite their agility, they struggle to counter the eagle's wide wingspan and superior gripping strength. In nature, any individual separated from its group faces clear disadvantage, and ecological order is maintained in this quiet yet enduring way. In winter, when familiar prey becomes scarce, eagles are forced to take greater risks to survive. They turn to high-risk, opportunistic targets such as foxes, most often young, injured, or inattentive individuals. Foxes are known for agility and cunning, so the eagle does not act impulsively, instead calculating every step of the approach with care. Rather than striking head-on, the eagle uses altitude and terrain to move in from beyond the prey's awareness. When the moment is right, the dive is swift and precise, forcing the fox to react from a disadvantaged position. A single unfavorable second is enough to determine the outcome. However, that advantage does not always guarantee success. An alert adult fox can still escape by relying on speed and terrain, and may even resist if it survives the initial strike. This reflects the stark adaptation of both species under the pressure of survival. From dense jungles to icy mountain peaks, eagles do not simply hunt, they command space through flight. Every glide is calculated, every dive is the result of adaptation. Nature grants power not to the most aggressive, but to those who control timing. If viewers wish to continue exploring the silent confrontations of the wild world, liking and subscribing ensures they will not miss the stories ahead.